Did you know that the government is consulting again on landfill and landfill tax? I know, they only did it in 2022, but they're coming out again with those lessons learned, and they're tabling their proposals up front. So if your business still uses landfill, you really need to be on top of the implications and potential impacts of these upcoming changes. There are 7 proposals in this new consultation, but I'm here today at CSH in Colchester to take a look at the big 4, the 4 that are likely to have the most impact on the waste business. Let's go. Proposal 1. The lower rate of landfill tax will be escalated year on year until it's at the same level as the main rate by 2030. Imagine if you were paying £126 a tonne in tax for lower rate materials today. Proposal 2. Qualifying fines, they're going to be scrapped by April 2027. That's less than 2 years away. And there'll be a tax escalator along the way. Jumping now to Proposal 4. Quarries will have to pay full landfill tax on their remediation inputs. So don't think you're going to get rid of your soil and stones on the cheap there. And finally, Proposal 7. Removal of water discount relief. Hey, let's face it, unless you're a sewage treatment company, are you really still playing that game? So how will waste firms be affected by these proposals? Well, for legitimate C&I focused operators, I actually think that proposals 1 and 2 could be good news. In some areas, the market price, the real cost of waste management, has actually been dragged down by unscrupulous operators who've allowed municipal black bag type waste to be shredded and passed off as fines. These proposals will be a great reset and level the playing field again. For C&D focused firms though, it's going to be a different story. Letting plasterboard find its way to the shredder or collecting it in RCVs with black bag waste really isn't an ideal way to make a buck. But on the whole, landfill has been a useful outlet for harder to recycle materials and also to support smaller waste firms who often can't afford the millions of pounds worth of high-end processing kit. But taking this year's prices as a guide, if you're currently sending lower rate materials to landfill, you could be looking at your disposal costs increasing by 30 times. But these changes also mean there'll be no grey areas anymore either. The government is proposing to make landfill operators pay the full rate of tax on all the materials they use for cell engineering and all the materials they use for site infrastructure, like tipping pads and haul roads. Frankly, I'm a bit concerned that these additional costs could see landfill site conditions return to the bad old days. Okay, that was a quick rundown of the highlights of this new government consultation. If you want to read the full details, or perhaps send the government a response yourself, there's a link to it in the comments below. It runs until the 21st of July. And if you'd like some assistance with presenting your business's views, let me know and I can help you craft persuasive responses. In the meantime, I'll be back on Wednesday morning with a follow-up video explaining what your firm can do to prepare for these changes. See you then.